Queer cats are tone setters, the same reason my main legion of chrome wetters. With long cheddar, mixed with lines written, no time slipping. When we rhyme spitting, divine mission. Since the house days, G.A. Grandma left DJ Tanner outraged. The South stays, about that Beretta clapping, lines balanced with
Head on over to Spotify and all other streaming platforms. Check out the NoMercyTV Podcast. Yo, what's good, y'all? No Mercy, Trap New York shit, NoMercyTV.com. I know what time it is, man. Man, thinking about that Norbes Untold truth, man. I'm not gonna hold y'all. I feel like somebody need to respond over at URL. Somebody, whether it be Smack, Beasley, P, shit, even Chico. The hell with it. You feel me? Like, he done got thrown under the bus the most. You feel what I'm saying? But, yo, this is my thing, man. I understand, like, you know, the court, right? Court is really what's going to hold all the weight in terms of this whole situation. You know, just in terms of, like, when you talk value and, you know, things of that nature, like, that's going to be where the real fight is at. You know, just in terms of, like, you know, Norbes trying to get his money, et cetera, et cetera. But my thing is this, right? I know part of the reason Norbes is so comfortable doing that untold truth is because he knows them. He knows that they're not really going to be on some getting in front of the camera on any platform trying to, you know, counter what he's saying. Like, they're going to try to probably settle out of court. They're going to probably try to handle things within court. But I'm going to say this, man. I feel like once somebody puts you in a position where it's like character is being put in question, you got to say something. You feel me? Like, the court shit going to play out how it's going to play out. You know, that's a whole nother situation. But I feel like on the forefront, man, you know, when you got the things in terms of, like, Smack, with him saying, you know, Smack, you know, taking credit for the Floyd Mayweather thing, you know, the stuff he was saying about Chico, he didn't really go in on Beasley too much. You feel me? And then, you know, with the phone call and everything that was put out there in terms of P, you know, it just puts you in a position where it's like, okay, somebody got to say something, whether it's a statement, whether it's somebody doing an interview, a blog, or whatever. But I do feel like it's at a point where people do need to come out and at least clear their names in terms of BS that, you know, they're being accused of. Because it's like, yo, I'm seeing a shift in just, not even just the fans, but how just people overall in general are starting to feel about business practices and things of that nature. And it creates a certain level of a divide when it comes to especially the talent, because, you know, you got some, this is what I say, right? When it comes to talent should only be worried about the person that's actually cutting them a check. Like, it shouldn't be of importance to them, really, the personal situations. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, we all go through personal situations in life. You understand? Like, it's not nobody else's business, you know, what goes on your personal time and things of that nature. But the problem with battle rap is that people are so comfortable going to social media and getting on camera with a lot of their personal issues that it's like it starts to become a rally in the troops thing. You understand? Even when you got like bum battlers that, you know, get on camera threatening people and stuff like that, you can't take them seriously. Why? Because they're not street shit. You feel me? If you claim you're a street person, right? Street shit is not getting on camera threatening somebody, right? Because you really like that, you're gonna run down and do it. You know, so it's more like a rally in the troops thing. People want sympathy. People want people to feel sorry for them. People want people on their side. You know, and this is what I'm noticing when it comes to battle rap. Like, people half the time are not even looking for a real resolution to their problems. Like, people just want some type of sympathy points or whatever it is. And I'm not saying this is the case with Norbes, but I'm saying in battle rap, we see this a lot. Like when we look at Kiki's situation, like that was a situation, threw accusation out there, tried to rally the troops. But when you're trying to rally the troops with a situation like that, you got to bring proof to the table, especially when you said that you had proof. You understand? So I'm realizing that in battle rap, that's really all niggas be trying to do. Niggas just want to rally the troops. Niggas don't really want real static, real issues. You understand? Like, people just want to be able to vent and put they version of what's going on out there and just let it be. But at the same time, I feel like when it's crossing over to a level where people's characters are starting to get tarnished and things of that nature, as a man, like, forget what the drunk ass voice, as a man, F all that professional business and all that. No, as a man, you want to come forth and clear your name when people start to question who you are as a character. You know what I mean? So, you know, I feel like somebody got to speak up. Somebody got to say something. You understand? Like, people got to start, like, we can't. One thing about battle rap, man, people are real selective who they have certain energy with, especially the fans. Fans are real selective of who they feel should be professional and who has a right to just jump on camera and, you know, say whatever they want. And I feel like, yo, if we keep it a buck, man, battle rap is one of the most unprofessional fields out there. Like, let's keep it real. Let's keep it a buck. You have battlers that go to this. You have battlers that jump on camera threatening league owners, jump on social media threatening league owners. You have league owners that do the same. You feel me? Like, it's like, it's rules, but at the same time, it's not. You feel me? Because this battle rap and this life in general, you pretty much can do what you want. Like, I've never been a rules type of person. Like, I don't respect rules, right? Because I feel like, yo, as a human being, you pretty much can do whatever the hell you want. You understand? People done came at me saying that I shouldn't be going back and forth with battlers and things of that nature. But it's like, yo, if people is jumping on these social media platforms and these blogs and they're talking crazy about me, I'm going to defend myself. You feel me? Because at the end of the day, I'm a man first. Like, I don't care about none of this professional, none of that. Like, I'm from the trenches for real. You understand? Like, I'm really from 159th Street and 8th Avenue. I'm really from Colonial Projects, Polo Grounds, Rucker Park, all that. Like, that's really, like, my stomping ground. Like, still be over there to this day type shit. You feel me? Like, this is what I was raised under. I was raised under certain rules. And one of the rules is that as a man, you defend yourself, you know? And that's why even some of the most wackest people, you'll still see me respond to, because I'm just that type of person. Like, I've always been a person who faces controversy head on. You understand? Controversy, confrontation. Like, I don't care about none of that. Oh, you got to be professional. And, man, eat one. Eat a Frank cold with ketchup, mustard, whatever you want to put on it. I do not care. You feel me? Like, all that, you know, and it's something that I feel like people try to use it against you to be on some, like, yo, you got to be professional, to kind of keep you in a box and just let other people be out there saying whatever they want against you. You know? So, nah, I don't play by those rules. If I was to play by those rules, right? I don't watch so many league owners, brands be tarnished by battlers because the league owner don't have a big enough platform to speak their mind. People may not rock with the league owner on the same level that they rock with the battlers. And me just building myself over time in terms of just who I am as a brand, you know, when it came to, you know, the Trap New York and issues we was having with certain battlers, there was no, we're going to get the Trap New York out of here. Nope, you can't do it. Sorry, Mercy too big and pause, and that sounds crazy in terms of me literally being big. But, you know, there is no, oh, we're going to get No Mercy out of here. We're going to get the Trap New York out of here. You can't do it. Why? Because I have too big of a platform. When I speak, it's going to shake shit. You understand? And I feel like there's a lot of people out there that don't take advantage of that. You understand? So it's like, a good example of this might be Spit That Heat. Like, I feel like the battlers were ultimately what caused the platform to decline in terms of popularity and everything, because I know Milltown Blow, he had said, like, he was dealing with a lot of personal stuff. That's why he basically moved back to, where he was originally from. But at the same time, when stuff like that is going on, you're having, issues and controversies with a lot of different battlers and stuff like that. And all of these battlers are out there throwing your league under the bus, et cetera, and you don't really have a platform to defend yourself. It's like, it's just like dog pile on a rabbit. You feel me? And that's one of the reasons why every time it's a situation, I'm out there. I'm throwing myself out there completely, because I'm not going to let somebody dictate my narrative. You understand? I just can't. I can't. You're not going to get the last word on speaking on me. You get what I'm saying? So, I'm just never been one of those people that follow them type of rules. Like, I come from actually having to be outside and fighting and, shit like that. So when it comes to this battle rap shit, ain't nobody getting the last word on me. I don't care how far it goes. You understand? They can go to the furthest thing possible. It's whatever. But again, nobody's going to get the last word when it comes to me speaking my mind and speaking, on my own narratives and stuff like that. So, that's why I say niggas got to respond. Niggas got to speak up. Niggas got to speak up, because niggas will take whatever chance they can to try and turn people against you. And if you don't say nothing, you're almost going to look guilty. Like, it's one of those things where they say silence is like, an admission of guilt sometimes. You understand me? So, and I know URL, they're too big to the point, like, people are not going to unsubscribe from the app and delete their caffeine apps because of, stuff like this. But at the end of the day, you still never know. You never know if, certain stories and business practices and things keep getting leaked out, how much of a issue it's going to be to, the brand. So I'm pretty sure when it comes to like stuff like the app and people possibly unsubscribing, like, you can see stuff like that. You can see stuff like that firsthand. You get what I'm saying? So, I would just say that, somebody over there got to say something. Somebody over there got to speak up in terms of all this stuff that went on. I know it was like 2 hours long and it's a lot to respond to, but speak up. Somebody should say something, because it's stuff like this, and speak up to the point, obviously, where it doesn't damage the case, because obviously people over there are still probably, trying to build whatever they can in terms of the case and stuff like that. You had, shout out to Doggy Diamonds, you had him explaining the whole issue with Rex and things like that. So I'm pretty sure pieces are being moved in terms of behind the scenes to get their side of the issue done. But I still just feel like, people got to speak up. People got to speak up. People got to say something, because this just looks crazy. You get what I'm saying? So, salute to everybody. I'm not trying to incite chaos or anything like that, but, I'm always coming from the perspective of morals first and just being a man in general. And you never want somebody to be out here tarnishing your name on the ground level and you just not saying nothing about it. Like, we all got to get our hands dirty at the end of the day. You feel what I'm saying? All that professional and being high and mighty and all that. Like, shit, who wouldn't love to see a blog with Smack just going off on some straight Queen shit, whatever part of Queens he from. I don't know what part of Queens he from, but Smack just on some straight Queen shit, like just going off on somebody. Like, you feel me? I even seen hints of that when him and Hitman Holla was going back and forth. Remember when Hitman Holla said what he said about, I better drop my conceited battle and that's on my dead flag and stuff like that? If you look at that blog that Smack did in response, you can tell he wanted to go crazy, but he still had to keep it professional. Like, even when he was saying certain things, like in response to the Hitman shit, when he was like, yo, you see food, eat food, and, stuff like that, Smack got that in him. Smack got that in him to really, like, spaz on certain people. So it's like, I don't know why we haven't seen it yet. You know what I mean? And the thing is, when you show that side, people tend to leave you alone. You'll have less issues. You feel me? That's another thing. Like, don't let people walk over you to where they just are so comfortable with doing certain things. Like, even with me, like, there's people that's gonna act like they feel comfortable, you know, saying the things that they say, but at the same time, it's because they're doing it from a distance. You understand? Like, you got a bum that, you know, threatened me on camera, and then he's acting like he hasn't seen me in person. Like, he acting like all these little, you know, internet troops that he's trying to rally, he acting like they could save him if I ever do run into him. You understand? He done seen me in person. Like, he done seen, you think, nigga, that skinny think he could really take me? Like, you think he said he gonna slap me. He said he gonna slap me. And for anybody that tries to play, oh, you snitching, blah, 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 actually, a slap is harassment. That's the most you can get for an actual slap. So that's not even like assault or what is it? Conspiring to assault or something like that. Like, a slap is not really even like an assault charge. So, you know, there's no snitching or nothing like that. I'm just, you know, speaking my mind on what's going on. But when you have somebody, you know, say stuff like that, it's just like, you know, you already know what type of time it is. But this is why when people say stuff to me, I respond the way I do. You get what I'm saying? Because nobody's going to, all the rest of these guys are not going to feel comfortable playing that game. You understand? Now, it's only going to be a certain amount of people that, you know, are allowed to say what they say on the internet before it turns into a point where we feel like we got to run around. And when I say we for a reason. Before we want to run around and feel like we got to just start world starring niggas, because eventually you start to feel like that's what's going to happen, you know, because it becomes one too many people, you know, just sitting on these computers and stuff like that, feeling like they could just, like, you know, and all that changes. All it takes is for one. You just got to catch one. That's all it takes. Just one. And there's so many people in the world that, you know, do this type of stuff, but the minute you catch one and it's a display for the world what type of time you on, then all of it stops. You feel me? So whether it's you catching somebody and beating them up on a public and it being a public display, or whether it's you dropping a blog that like super ethers them and gets them out of there, you gotta catch somebody slipping. That's all it is. You know, so it need to be one of those. I feel like one of those, Smack might be the best equipped to do that, because once you let the leash off and just let him start barking and talking his street grimy queen shit, then you get a whole different situation. You understand? So, you know, like I said, man, I'm not trying to incite no chaos or nothing, but I do feel like guys need to defend themselves as men. You understand? So, you know, let's see how this goes, man. Let's see how this goes. Let's see if they decide to, you know, send somebody to speak their piece and, you know, respond to what's going on. Because like I said, I'm just looking around social media and seeing the feedback from the fans and everything. And yeah, URL got to respond to that. URL definitely got to respond, you know. So let's just see what happens from here, man. You feel what I'm saying? But No Mercy, Trap New York shit, NoMercyTV.com. Unity 2, January 23rd. Something put on the glove. It's sad when you gotta kill a nigga you love. Man, oh man. I'll talk to y'all soon.